Sungina kungalma Wiri dembe aduni Anini Venyendi ngara Venkuyena Sungina kungalma Wiri dembe aduni Anini Venyendi ngara Venkuyena
Ask ya. See me hurting, I know if you hide the pain. I did bend my head foot down cause I did shame. Wondering when the day go bright again. The streets covered up in blood, it's a fail. Devil done the use sweet, slowly it'll kill we. Mommy the look, it picking way no day for hella pay. Little kids in the streets faced with tragedy, crying out for help, oh Lord, where the remedy? Bullets in the streets and the drugs them for tear. First there was the boys, right now even the girls. Where do we come for solace, where do we go for help? Do we really sleep when we lay down in a bed? What do we tell the kids when they can't sleep at night? Because they be afraid of waiting with this in life. Nobody is safe anymore. We ain't safe anymore.
Sungina kungalma
You have guns so that you protect the streets, but commotion on day now because you kill Pekin. Then it's a mistake. What really is your gain? Oh, you cause with pain. A man is more picking where they carry a soul. It breaks cut out the floor, people the mash and it go. Oh, as the mom I swear my heart is broken. I don't know who for trust again, even my spirit is broken. We run away from home because it's no longer safe. To hide out in the tears that is also not safe. They're smelling in the air like it's beast of no nation. Where is the peace in our love-filled nation? I swear what I don't dry for my eye. And as of now, man don't even know step when he go die. Rest well, little babies, till we meet again. Rest well.
On the beat.
Sungina kungalma Wiri dembe aduni Anini Venyendi ngara Venkuyena Sungina kungalma Wiri dembe aduni Anini
no fi hide the pain. I did bend my effort down cause I did shame. Wondering when the day go bright again. The streets covered up in blood, it's a fail. Devil done the use sweet, slowly it'll kill we. Mommy the look it picking way no day for hella pay. Little kids in the streets faced with tragedy, crying out for help, oh Lord, where the remedy? Bullets in the streets and the drugs them for tear. First there was the boys, right now even the girls. Where do we come for solace, where do we go for help? Do we really sleep when we lay down in a bed? Or do we tell the kids when they can't sleep at night because they be afraid of waiting with this in life? Nobody is safe anymore. We ain't safe anymore. So that you protect the streets, but commotion on day now because you kill Pekin. Then it's a mistake. What really is your gain? Oh, you cause me pain. A man is small picking where they carry a soul. It breaks cut up a floor, people the mash and it go. Oh, as a mom, I swear my heart is broken. I don't know who for trust again, even my spirit is broken. We run away from home because it's no longer safe. To hide out in the tears that is also not safe. They're smelling in the air like it's beasts of no nation. Where is the peace in our love-filled nation? I swear what I don't dry for my eye. And as of now, man don't even know step when he go die. Rest well, little babies, till we meet again. Rest well.
On the beat.
Yeah, man. As a man, sing about coronavirus. Listen.
Today for this world, anywhere you go, na corona. For this life today, anytime you go, na corona. Today for this world, anywhere you go, na corona. For this life today, anytime you go, na corona. You go up, you go down, you go left, now say we go run and jump. You go down, you go up, you go right, now say we go run and jump. Today for this world, anywhere you go, na corona. For this life today, anytime you go, na corona. Today for this world, anywhere you go, na corona. For this life today, anytime you go, na corona. You go up, you go down, you go left, now say we go running. You go down, you go up, you go right, say we go run in town. Corona, COVID-19. Corona, why you do me so? Corona, why you kill my sister? Corona, why you take my brother go? Corona, you know no rich people. Corona, you know no color. COVID-19, you know no poor people. Corona, you know no man of God. Corona, COVID-19. Corona, why you do me so? Corona, why you kill my sister? Corona, why you take my brother go? Stay inside house, always wash your hands, always wear your mask and keep social distance. Need it shake your hands, need it touch your face. Drink your concoction, my brother. Koro, you the spread up. Koro, you the kilo. We must take care, make we stay for house. We must take care, make we wash our hands. You are not tired for drink concoction. You are not tired for drink concoction. We must take care, keep social distance. We must take care, don't forget your mask. Corona. Corona. Where do you come from? I beg, tell me. What do you want to? I beg, tell me. You make me tingling. Now I go tingling. Tingling. Corona. We don't win you, Koro, we don't conquer you, One concoction, he don't finish you. One concoction, he don't finish you. We don't go back with the blood of Jesus. We don't go back with the blood of Jesus. COVID-19, we nearly fear you. Koro, your time don't finish. Koro, now God will protect us. Koro, now God will protect us. COVID-19, we don't win you, COVID-19, we don't conquer you. Koro, we not defeat you, Koro, we not defeat you, Corona, your time don't finish. Koro, your time don't bole. Corona, your time don't
Hammer,
finish.
the president of Dominion Helping Association, Bamenda.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to ABS Africa Broadcasting Service. Great privilege again to be with you today. Thank you, Ground Zero, for glowing on ABS. It was the third day of our national lockdown, and I can say much better come to you tonight to say thank you. Thank you for especially all of you who put down everything to lock your doors and stay in, to send a defiant message to La République du Cameroon that until they answer the question, who owns the land, who owns Amazonia, you will not end the defiance. Thank you for joining. For those of you, all of you in Asia, in the continent USA, in Europe, in the South America, thank you once more for tuning in. I am always excited coming to you on almost on a daily basis here at ABS, and in the few days I will actually be coming to you on a daily basis 5 times a week with what is happening in Africa. I call it a new package, a new ABS package. And for those of you who are living in the West, Europe and the USA in particular, you're going to be receiving ABS in your homes, not on YouTube, not on Facebook, on your television set. Now, you know that after I leave this live show, we will still be broadcasting 24/7 on Ground Zero and in all of Africa. But those of you who live in Europe, who live in America, do not know that we're not just broadcasting on Facebook or YouTube. We are in Africa 24/7. 24/7. So after I leave this broadcast here, you don't see me or you don't see any other show coming up. Know that ABS is running in Africa, and in a matter of weeks, probably less than a week ahead, all of you in the USA, in Europe, and maybe in countries with good internet, you will be able to receive ABS 24/7 on your television set. That's a development that is coming. But thank you for tuning in to be part of the broadcast today. Please do me the favor. For those of you who are joining by way of Facebook, to as usual, quickly hit your share button. Quickly hit your share button so I can bring to you the package that I have prepared today. I am truly excited with what I see going on the Ground Zero, even though the Pharisees and the Sadducees out there would want you to believe that nothing is happening on Ground Zero. It gets me wondering who they are standing for or fighting for. Is it for La République du Cameroon or for Amazonia? Okay, but again, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited to be with you today. Please, I ask you, if you are watching by way of Facebook, go ahead and hit your share button. Go ahead, hit your share button. Let us quickly saturate the platform with every Amazonian and sympathizers out there. Okay. I like to see what you people are saying out there, especially about the ghost town, the lockdown. And of course, today I would also like to hear from Ground Zero. I'd like you to report what is going on, what you have seen in your neighborhood. If you are in Bali, if you are in Santa, if you are in Benin, if you are in Batibo, if you are in Wum, if you are in Nkambe, if you are in Mamfe, if you are in the BLM, in Menji, if you are in Kumba, in the Boya, in Tico, wherever you happen to find yourself, I'd like you to pick the phone when I open the phone lines to tell the rest of the country what you witnessed today in your neighborhood. Okay, so I'm going to be opening the phone lines. Everybody will be able to contribute, call in and contribute. I like hearing from Ground Zero. Of course, not to ignore the diaspora because they play a very vital role in this struggle. Some people would not want to hear that. Some people would want to say that the diaspora is all fighting and this and that and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, do not let anybody deceive you. Of course, we have some bad legs in the diaspora, but the diaspora generally has held this struggle, taking this struggle to where it is today. And people like the Honorable Weber, I will say to them that no, the diaspora is not all about leading from the internet as he would want people out there to believe. In fact, I would ask Honorable Weber the question: if the diaspora was just sitting there in exile as we sat there for 3 years and did not continue to prosecute this revolution, you would have addressed nobody. You would have addressed some surrendered Amazonians, perhaps, in Germany last weekend. The diaspora is working. I know there are some who are just WhatsApp tigers and Facebook tigers, and that is all they do. But I'm telling you, there are those who talk, they talk, and they walk, they walk. They are putting their money where their mouths belong. That is the diaspora. Go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. I'm waiting for you to hit your share button. Let them know the anchor man is here. It's here, and we are going to talk lockdown and many other things today. But let me see what is in your mind. Please, when you join the platform, let me know that you have joined. Let me know that you have joined. Let me know you have joined. Okay, let me know you have joined. When you log in, I like to know what is in your mind. I like to know what is in your mind. So go ahead and hit the share button, and also like to know where you are joining in from. Okay. All right. So let me see. Eric Guam, Christian Kumbo, Gina Funga. Gina is always in the group here. I see John Bisinge, Etuk, and six others. Okay, Christian Kumbo is always the first to be here with all the cartoons you can think of. Bertrand Ayok, Mac Siri Jeans, Marta Enjoy. Yes, she's one of those always the first to be here. Elvis Mbangwe. Now we own the land, not a lot of people to Cameroon. Let them come out and talk again that there is no lockdown. They can see for themselves. Abakwa. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Powerful. I see you, sir. Destiny, New Country. Awu Clovis, from my 90 to roundabout Bamenda was a graveyard. Yes, sir, you are very correct. And I got some videos that many of you are going to see. And also Kumba also was a graveyard. Kumba did a fabulous job again, just as yesterday. And I got the videos coming to you. See, Emmanuel Ndango, thank you. Indamba Igwe, greetings from Germany. All right, Riza Tutang is watching. Paul Euro watching. And who else? Ben Junior Che. Okay, wonderful. Martin Neighbor, always here. We love you, Secretary Chris, right. Thank you, Martin. Formoso Augustine Brown. Good evening, bros. Thank you, sir. Be quicker, Magnus. I see you. Eban Tabe Franklin, tell your friends the anchor man is alive on ABS TV. You got it right, sir. Please, I need to see those numbers jumping. If you are just joining, hit your share button. It is just jump right now. Okay, looking beautiful. Please continue hitting. Tell those joining to hit You know, the only reason I take a little time doing what I am doing now, reading this thing to see what you are saying and doing, is so that I can give you time to hit that share button. All right? So continue. Play. Joseph in Jubilee. We love you, sir, for hard work to free homeland. All right. Thank you, sir. You know, not everybody, that is your opinion, right? Not everybody out there believes that. Dora, good to hear from you, our anchorman. Okay, thank you, Dora. Thomas St. Martin is watching. Okay, wonderful. Inquiring Freedom, watching the anchorman from Boyo County. Emmanuel Agwe Yambi, also watching. Sri Mary, watching. Sarah White, watching. Andre DiCarlo, he calls me, he say he is my boss. I don't really know this guy, but he's interesting. Thank you for joining. So Charles Folifer, okay, my buddy in Dallas, Texas, says we own the land. Wonderful. Hannah Vine, good evening, the anchorman. Thank you, Hannah. I see also Fonju Fernando, the great Ambazonia will love forever in Jesus' name. Amen. Now, I'd like to know if you are joining from Mexico or from anywhere in South America trying to migrate to the USA. Please let me know. Let me know if you are watching from any of that part of the world. Let me know, please. I see also Mediki Dennis in Jenny. Greetings, Secretary Chris. We own the land. Yeah, a lot of public is hearing you, absolutely. Funkem Valentine, Nkemamin, watching from Liwo. Wonderful. Liwo, that is in Libya, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are actually there. Okay? Let us see. I see also Franklin Isamo. Franklin Isamo is watching from the United Arab Emirates. Okay, and who else? I see Afuntanga Valentine from Meme. Wonderful. Frida in Calais. Eja Besem is watching, she says. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Robinson Ikene. Resistance, he says, continue until freedom comes. I bet you if a lot of people did not know that, they know that by now. I think after 5.5 years, they should know that that freedom is coming. And the language of 2 cubes of sugar is all vanished. It's all disappeared. They know that. Okay. I see also Melvin Obi, Tombe was dead. Wonderful. Great to hear that. The restoration forces did a good job in Tombe. That's what it means. That is as far as lockdown is concerned. Please hit again your share button as you join. Hit your share button as you join. Atang Otang Dansuki from New Church to Boya Bamenda Street is a sad case. Wonderful. Okay, wonderful. If you are there, Victoria Kumba, Manfe Boya, Tiko Moyoka, I want to hear what is going on there, please. I want to know what is going on there. Alaji Isaga says, Secretary Chris, good evening. How are you? I am doing well, sir. Very well. Okay. The detractors and the saboteurs never got their way, will never get it. You know that, right? Okay. Thank you, Alaji. Anyways, Malam Musa said, Malam Musa, welcome, Secretary Chris. Okay, I see. Also, Zibote Service, watching from Kentucky. Okay. All right. Hyson HKF Jr. say, welcome, Anchorman. And Sami Debs, I'm here, he says, watching from Atlanta. Thank you, sir. Shaker Kefe, welcome on board. Shufai Suro. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All right. That's my new title, ladies and gentlemen. Shufai Suiro. Now, I need to remember the meaning again of Shufai Suiro. I need to know it again. All right. Nzongo Alino from Birmingham. I think this must be Alabama. Birmingham, Alabama, I guess. All right. I see Taya Innocent Weye watching from Ground Zero, Fako County, Ground Zero. Know who is in charge. You can say that again, gentlemen. Ground Zero I surely knows who is in charge. Thank you, sir. But you didn't tell me what happened in your Fako today. And I like to know what is going on in Boya, in Motengene, in Tico, in Victoria, Moyoka. I like to know. So if you are there, please let me know what went on there today. Jude Eno is here. He said you are the best. Thank you, sir. Dobdinga Jude, greeting from fellow Ambazonia. Our land must be free, he says. Excellent. Bisong Atabe, thank you, Mr. Chris, he says. Sammy Debs, I mentioned you. Tum Julia says, watching from Ground Zero. Wonderful. Engam, Bridget, my able Secretary Chris, you are more than a lion. La Republique is panicking when you are on. Please, Secretary Chris, your presentation of yesterday about our history is making rounds and putting the record straight to our children. Please always repeat same presentation, he says, please always repeat such presentation. Hello, sir, I am live. All right. Now, let me take that again. It's important. Please always repeat that same presentation every week for our children to know our history and what La République du Cameroon has done to us and who we are. We definitely will be doing that, ma'am. We definitely will be doing that once in a while. We have quite a number like that. They shall be coming to you once in a while. Okay. Who is next here? Sawa Agbo says, Awu Clovis, thanks for this comment. We just added you on our list. Our secret agent are following this page. Amber Enablers, your name now Kumkum. Okay, I really don't know what you mean and where you're coming from, but that is okay. This is the public domain. Jacqueline Ngwafonjari says, I am here. Please, the numbers are not jumping, ladies and gentlemen. The numbers are not jumping. I would really like to see you hit those numbers jumping. I'd like to see at least 500 people in the next 2 minutes. 500 people in the next 2 minutes so I can resume this broadcast. All right, who is next here? Neighbor Mumbe Celestine says, more grace to you, Honorable Secretary. Now, do you guys, you calling me secretary, you know that the Bitcoin cabal is suing me for keeping the title secretary? Do you know that? So, well, you got to be a little bit careful because they can sue you too if you are legitimizing that. They are suing me because I didn't give up the title. I am still going by the title Secretary Chris. They are really going crazy out there. Can you imagine that? You sue somebody for keeping the title. All right, please get the numbers jumping. Oh, who's this? Fonju Fernando, I mentioned you. I am Monyo. Welcome, our great anchor man. Great to see you. Nzongo Alino watching from Birmingham, UK. Oh, okay. No retreat, no surrender, he says. Wonderful. So this is Birmingham, UK, not Birmingham, Alabama. All right. Oh, Nagot, I see you. Admissions into European universities are ongoing. Interested person should inbox me. Well, you got this one through, but this is not a publicity platform. We throw our disclaimer on that. Okay? Who is this? Patricio, greetings from Mexico. Now, which Mexico? Is it Mexico the country? Or I guess it should be Mexico the country. All right. Wonderful. Thank you. I knew there were many of you there. All right. I hope you guys remain safe out there, and God open doors for you to get into the land of freedom here in the USA. Go ahead, hit your share button. Omar Ono Abdullah, we the Ambazonia on the line, on the line. I don't know what it means, but that is it. Neva Mumbai Celestine, more grace to you, our honorable and command. Okay, thank you, sir. Jido Inji Prisco, watching from Bahrain Kingdom. Bahrain Kingdom. Great. Mike Mick. Families in Kumba and Bamenda completely Indonesia since Monday. I don't know what it means. They can't wait for Saturday to come. So they are, or I think it says families in Bamenda and Kumba are completely locked down. They can't wait for Saturday to come. So they can go out. Preach, sir. Lockdown is 1000% effective. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Shake Kefer, the one who speaks the truth. Okay, thank you. Amber Toka, I see you. Desmond Elliott, where have you been, Desmond Elliott? The longest time. All right, great that you are back on the platform. God bless you. Destiny, New Country, I see you. Christian Kumbo, I mentioned you. Who else before I drop this now? Groundworks Action, that is the name. Hello, Secretary Chris. Thanks for coming, watching from Emirates. The Emirates. Wonderful. Billy Takambang, it isn't easy to share. All right, keep sharing. Keep sharing. We're not even up to 400 yet, and this is taking the longest time. Please do it. You can do it. We can do it. Indemlibo is watching. That is the Bangwa name. All right. Emmanuel Ekombang is watching. Zibote Silvis. Some Americans around me are finding on Google. Some Americans around me are finding on Google to know where Ambazonia is. Wow, that's interesting. Just direct them to Wikipedia, I guess. All right. And you can tell them Ambazonia is in West Africa, the newest country in West Africa. All right. I got to take this call. Hello, Mike. I am live, sir. Hello. Okay. Gilbert in Diwanji, watching. I am Manyo Ikome is watching. I am Manyo Ikome. No. He said no. It's I am Manyo says Ikome. Sako Ikome. John Dinga is asleep now. Propaganda fails. Well, okay. Nicholas Alea, hi Chris, you are a nightmare to Sako. I don't know about that, my friend, but I like rather to be a nightmare to La République du Cameroon. Sako is 1 cube of sugar. All right. Stateless citizen Adubia. Okay, I see you. All right, I'll leave it there. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for tuning in to the show. I like to go straight to what I brought to you today. First of all, I'd like you to know that the special presentation on the Honorable Weber's presentation in Stuttgart, Germany last weekend will not be happening today. Unfortunately, I did not get the representatives to mark present on the show, and I like to be fair enough. I like to be very, very fair enough. I cannot come sit here talking about them without giving them the chance to respond to it. And so they called me and said, today is so tight, they will prefer to come sometime next week. So you can rest assured that possibly Monday, I will have that discussion right here, with, of course, Comrade Martin Tamasang will also be here for that special panel to discuss Honorable Weber's plan as presented in Germany, talking about the revolutionary committees. The revolutionary committees. We're going to be bringing you that on Monday. In the meantime, so much still is going on. So much still is going on in Ambazonia, ladies and gentlemen. And I like to start with this alert, this security alert. This security alert came just a few minutes ago when I was preparing for this broadcast. And this is the message that was sent to me. It says, if you are in the northern zone, or that is on ground zero, the informant says, this afternoon, he discovered something and would like to inform everybody, especially the restoration fighters. The restoration fighters. He says they should be informed. They should be informed, and they should take this very seriously. This informant says he was in the farm. He was in his farm up the hills in Bambili today, Wednesday the 18th. He was in his farm up the hills in Bambili today, Wednesday the 18th of May. And he said, suddenly, 3 La République du Cameroon BIR pickups drove towards Sabga, empty, which means with nobody. 3 trucks drove towards Sabga with nobody inside. They passed through Babanki. Now he says, he heard one gunshot. And a little bit later, after that, the 3 pickups returned with military full inside. Now he says, he suspects that the bees were dropped there at night and they slept in the bush. The bees slept in the bush, waiting for the restoration fighters, hoping that possibly they will be passing by and hoping that they were trapping them on the bush track that the restoration fighters use. Now he says, then they were later picked. They had dropped the soldiers at possibly the previous day at night, and they had gone to pick them up. Then they were later picked up this afternoon. The soldiers were picked up this afternoon. It says, everybody, if you are listening to me, if you know any restoration fighter, especially in the around Sabga, Babanki, Indop, Kumbo, Oku, please let them know. It is very possible La République du Cameroon is dropping soldiers in the bushes to track down or to ambush Ambazonia restoration forces. That is what this witness saw. This is what this witness saw. All right. So, let me see. Fimasha was supposed to be calling into this show, and apparently he has been trying and cannot get through. Mike, if you are listening to me, please ask him to go ahead and call again. If you are listening to me, Mike, go ahead, ask him to call again, please. Ask him to call again. Ask him to call again. All right. Again, Mike, if you are listening to him, ask him to call again. The line is open. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what went on. This is what went on in the Bamenda, around Bambile area today. Okay. Stay on the line. Wait on the line, please. Wait on the line, Field Marshal. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So that is very, very important. That is very, very important, and I hope that you all take note and sensitize our people, especially the fighters out there. La République du Cameroon is out there trying to track them down, planting soldiers in the bushes to ambush our forces. Please warn them out there. Warn them out there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am joined at this moment by Field Marshal of Ambazonia, who has a message for Ambazonians and the fighters, all the fighters on ground zero. Hello, Field Marshal. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Field Marshal.
Yes, Mr. Secretary, good evening for Amber time.
Thank you. I hope you are doing fine and strong out there.
Yes, of course, we are fine.
Wonderful. So, what is going on?
Thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to address my people, the Amazonian people, and all the generals, the FM, majors, and the foot soldiers here on ground. I'm very happy. It's my privilege to be on this television today to give all the Amazonian people this, what is happening on ground.
Okay.
I will first of all say I'm very happy for what is happening here on ground. Things started on the 16th of May, right up to today, the 18th. I'm very happy and I'm satisfied for what is happening, sir.
Good, wonderful. So, what are you hearing from the other generals, field marshals, commanders on the ground as far as lockdown a big concern for their areas?
Okay, what I would say is that starting from Boikanti, Donga Mantum, Central Town of the Northern Zone, Ekondo Titi, that is Ekondo Titi, Moyoka, Mondemba, and so on, Kumba, Manu Center, I think, and the BLM, everything is okay here on ground except the fake pictures that was sent out yesterday by the imposters. But we don't mind.
What was this? When you say a fake picture, what did this picture be all about?
The fake picture that was sent out yesterday is to make the Amazonian people to believe that they did not keep ghost town in all the territory of Amazonian. That's why they pick all pictures. When things were all right, they pick those pictures and post upside there. But I call it those pictures imposters because the whole Amazonian, they respect the law and the order given by the interim government of Amazonian, led by Madam President Maranta.
Wonderful. Now you don't talk to these other generals. They tell you, say, wait till they happen for their area, for their places.
Anyway, I've talked to the top generals on the ground, the ARF. I've talked to them, but everything is under control, and they follow the instruction of their leader, the chain of command of armed forces in Amazonia.
Wonderful. So, how the BLM it go?
No, for the BLM, as a concern inside the whole Ambazonian, the BLM is a no-go zone in Ambazonian. There's nothing that can function inside the BLM. So far, this war that is declared on us is still in place. So, you cannot even count any BLM people concerned for the lockdown, because I locked my border since on the 8th May, and nothing is moving in the BLM here until I will open border for the BLM people to circulate. Nothing is in the BLM here.
Wonderful. Now, you be put out an audio the other day proclaiming your support for President Iya Marietta, and I know that Samuel Ekomesako, former president, he put another audio out. It talks say you be ungrateful for ye because if we don't give you 30 million francs since this year start. Tell us about that money.
Okay, now, Amazonian people, when I hear me fine. Now, too much of the king of Amazonian, King Kong. I want to Amazonia, made them hear me. Next, somewhere, Sako, as a talk, they give me 30 million. As this year, 2022, it starts. Make a show on a receipt for all that money. And I go once a day somewhere, Sako, make a listen my voice. You know, say that too much of the King Kong, at the top for my people. But now, before I talk for that palava money, next time we Sako, you know, say they don't change driver for that canoe, and they don't change driver for that plane where they be fly to Boya. Now, I never take no 30 million for former president of Amazonia. Now, if you thought I don't take 30 million, I don't know even at 30 million, will be taken for CDC, or will be taken for Kamwata, for FACO. I don't know that one. Because I ran figure where they give way for ground zero. I never take no 30 million for it. If you talk around 30 million for this year, 2022, make sure Amazonian people, they respect, and a sure person will be sending money for me. Where the people say I will receive them. I never deny, I never take no money for former president. They don't give me money, but that money we don't give me for 2022. That money will never be 7 million. If you touch it on 7 million, they show proof.
So all the money where if you don't give them for you for this year from January 2022, now 7 million.
I never talk say 7 million. It make it show me proof. They send me for 2022. They don't send me 7 million or 30 million. Make sure the proof for social media. And Mr. Secretary, let me tell you something.
Yes.
If you show me proof, they don't tell me 30 million for 2022. And then I will bring you out another proof for Mr. Samuel Sako.
Okay, wonderful. We will hope say he will send the proofs out for us for C and for Ambazonians for C. Which other thing else you want for tell Ambazonians?
Okay, now, what do I want to talk for Ambazonian people? I will first start for all the FMs for Indian County, 10 Kobo, FM 10 Kobo, FM Gampa, FM, FM, I just forget the place. From Tukades, I salute all FM them and all the major generals, the ARF for inside Ambazonian. They wanna play them there. And then all the Ambazonian people, when they don't hear the announcement with the president of Ambazonian, Madame Maranta, a makeup. Now when a president, it be that one. Me, I recognize that president. Where Ambazonian people, where Restoration Council, they put them in place for inside Ambazonian. And I respect all the Ambazonian citizens because they don't hear order. Where somewhere, Sako, they give you own lockdown. Who don't talk to, they don't punish Ambazonian people for 5 days for lockdown. My tell when something mommy and papa them. Mom will not be frustrated, not get anything again. And any restoration force, whether for ground zero, to be ARF, you just for read the handwriting, either for small letter or capital letter for war. You see where you go. Now I think this will get for talk for all the Ambazonian people, but I thank all the Ambazonian people for Minchum. To the BLM, from the BLM, Kupe Manunguba, from Kupe Manunguma, Manu, Meme, and so on and so forth. Now I think the way I talk for all them. Third President Maranta, they don't do kingdom for inside Ambazonian, for countism, where me at the steer. And I know, now when I keep on, when I talk, when I hear it, and I want to say all the neighbors and all the impostors them, for inside Ambazonia, where they still believe, a circle somewhere, but they don't say it time don't expire.
All right.
That's the way I get them for talk for all the Ambazonians. Now me, she must have the King Kong. As Sako be talk say, they don't reduce my power. You know, if you put me with it, Chimasha. If you put some Chimasha, if you for the money that one, not be me. King Kong of Ambazonia.
All right, okay. Of course, if you move your title, we give you a title. All right, you have a great day, and you guys may want to remain safe, okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, all right. Wonderful. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Field Marshal of Ambazonia, joining all the way from the BLM, not from Ghana, not from Nigeria, not from Benin Republic, not from anywhere else. He has never ever been anywhere else other than the BLM for 5 years and counting. And trust me when I say this, that is my own direct brother. For those of you who don't know that, there is a full disclosure. He is a one way for back home. They say na ye lay hands for your back. Yes, na ye lay hand for my back. No be na my cousin, no be na my nephew, no be na my, is my brother, the one who follows me directly. So I don't know what if I can tell you people certain things that somewhere Komesako will call Field Marshal and say, I don't know whether he was thinking that my brother would turn against me or what. You people will be shocked. You never heard everything, ladies and gentlemen. But I leave it there for today. Let's get to the business of the day. It was again a great day, ladies and gentlemen, in Ambazonia with the lockdowns. I want to bring in Reverend Asom, the one powerful lady out there after Lady Marietta, who is sending shock waves to La République du Cameroon. I think La République du Cameroon is so uneasy now. Each time you mention the name of Marietta or Reverend Asong, they are gnashing their teeth and hitting their heads on the wall for the names of those two people, those two ladies and gentlemen. But Reverend Asong, as you all know, is the Defense Secretary of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, and she's only been there for a little over a month or close to 2 months. And all that we can say is that she and her team, they are doing a fabulous job. Reverend Nasson, great to have you back here again, ma'am. Good afternoon. I know it's afternoon in Washington, D.C.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. It's always good to be here with you. Thank you, Amazonians. Greetings to everybody out there. I want to give special thanks. I want to give congratulations, Cafe, to all the ARF for making it possible, and all the civilians for respecting the clarion call from God that this 5 days lockdown is for us to fast.
All right, Reverend, hold it there. I will be back to you shortly. For the naysayers out there who keep arguing, oh, where was the lockdown? Where was the ghost town or the lockdown today? I'd like to take you to first Bamenda. Let us see what happened in Bamenda. What happened in Bamenda today? Now, look at Bamenda, ladies and gentlemen. This was Bamenda, and this is Sonak Street. This alone was Sonak. No, not Sonak Street. Meta Quarters. Meta Quarters. We are looking here at Meta Quarters in Bamenda, and I like to let me just stop this image here for a moment. Fellow Ambazonians, look at that road inside a city with close to 1 million people. Look at the major roads, the main roads inside the city of Bamenda. When I say here that Bamenda lies in ruins, how can you deny that? Looking at roads or streets like this one inside Bamenda. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. That is Bamenda. But again, that was Meta Quarters today. Completely shut down, everywhere locked down. The shops are closed. Nothing. You don't even see anyone. Not even a chicken there on the streets. Nothing. You can see the entrance to Commercial Avenue right there. They call it, is it T Junction? Just past that. But again, that was Meta Quarters in Bamenda today, ladies and gentlemen. But we did not only get that, only that little street there. We got others. Look at this one.
In the quarter today, the 18th May 2022. You see how even the quarter, see how the quarter is looking like. It's Bamenda. Mainly my men, see somebody that knows the Bamenda, cannot send address. I'm leading there to the tar road leading to Manfred. You will see it all. You can see everything you can see.
This is my 90.
Even in the farm, nobody in the farm to work from today. You can see. See? I'm looking in. You see everything. I'm carrying you for right to the main road, going to Manfred. You will see even the fee. Everything you can see is Come and see. Everybody in the house. Even churches that usually who every morning time. You can see this is the church. It's totally empty. And the door is locked. See? The door of the church is locked. You can see. To show how effective the ghost town lockdown today was. You can see it. You can see yourself. It's not something that we are just talking it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you are not hearing that from me. But again, that was again Bamenda right into the interior. You will not even see anybody. And according to this reporter, not even farmers went to the farm. Nothing. Not even an Okada. Nothing. But let me continue to bring you some of these images. Again, this was Bamenda. This was Bamenda.
Down this way, don't be locked. People they walk alive, the post say ghost town no day. Now ghost town this way, they dry. I don't see some posts now, say normal come outside.
Again,
this one activities, no they lie. Talk how we ghost town no day. Now ghost town this way, they fine. Place and dry. Why some people they lie so? Ghost town they very well for Bamenda. Bamenda town is here. Place and dry.
That is Bamenda, ladies and
gentlemen. Goes down there.
That is Bamenda. Again, look at Bamenda. Trashy, dirty, and they want us to remain with them. Anyways, let me take you to another photo, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you are looking at a city chemist. That is the famous city chemist, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking at Sonak Street, leading to, I think this is, let me see. Yes, this is Sonak Street. The post office will be right there on your left. And you see the story building up there, red and white lines. That is city chemist roundabout. Look at Bamenda, the old Bamenda. The Bamenda that used to be, ladies and gentlemen, an emerging city has been reduced to nothing. But that was today. Ghost town, lockdown. You can see Sonak Street right there. Look at the roads in Bamenda, my people. Why should we not fight? Why should we not be fighting? Look at the roads inside the city of Bamenda. What a shame. What a shame to La République du Cameroon. Now, I take you back into Bamenda again for the naysayers to see. Again, this was another image coming from Bamenda, and this is, I think this was Small Mancon or so, leading into Small Mancon or so, if I'm right. Again, but you can see how empty the streets are. You can see how empty the streets of Bamenda, different parts of Bamenda, they were today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I like to take you to other parts of Amazonia. Let us go to Kumba. Kumba was another dead city. Kumba was dead. Look at the streets of Kumba. You can literally enter there and sweep it, ladies and gentlemen. That was Kumba. Today, Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, the 18th, and let me see if I can get the audio out for you to listen to it.
Yeah. Kumba, oh yeah, Kumba, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Kumba. Wednesday the 18th. Wednesday the 18th of May 2022. Hello, bro. Akumba Bidito.
Again, you are looking at Kumba today. That was Kumba, ladies and gentlemen. Today, look at those streets, empty, deserted.
Kumba Bidis. Wednesday.
Kumba. That was Kumba today, ladies and gentlemen. I know it is night over there, but what you are seeing there, you can see how empty the streets were in Kumba today. Let me bring you other footages, Steve from Kumba. Take a look, other from other parts of the city of Kumba today. Again, that was Kumba, K-Town, today, May the 18th, ladies and gentlemen. Streets completely deserted,
Cathedral.
What do they call this place again?
Cathedral.
Kumba, deserted. Okay, just as in Bamenda, I'll give you more images from Kumba. Ladies and gentlemen. This is here in Kumba today. Kumba again. Different parts of the city. You can see Kumba printed right there. Again, that was
two business center.
Shop shut down.
Wednesday, 18th of May, 2022. Kumba 2 Business Center. Wednesday, 18th of May, 2022.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at images emerging from lockdown in Kumba. Today, Wednesday, May the 18th. I bring you the last footage from Kumba. Take a look at that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, that was lockdown as we witness in Kumba today. All the naysayers out there trying to get us to believe that there was no lockdown. Lockdown did not work. We don't know who they are fighting for. Again, the image that you watch behind me, that was Bamenda, ladies and gentlemen. That was Bamenda today. And I'd like you to take a look again of that image next to me. This is supposed to be Meta quarters in Bamenda. Of course, Meta quarters in Bamenda. The road you find there is right in the heart of the city. This is not in the outskirts of Bamenda, right in the heart of the city. That is one of the inlet, ladies and gentlemen, into the commercial district. I mean, it's part of the commercial district. You talk about the commercial district in Bamenda, you talk about Sonak Street, you talk about Meta Quarters, you talk about Big Mancon area through Ayaba Hotel, then the Fish Pond area, Hospital Runabout, all the way to former end of town Azure. That is the heart of Bamenda, the business district of Bamenda. Bamenda, the biggest city in all of Ambazonia. Look at the roads. Look at the roads, ladies and gentlemen. The streets. Look at that. Now tell me why we should not be fighting. Tell me why we should not be at war. If Paul Biya thinks that by declaring war, it was a curse to us, we take it for a blessing, because after this war, we will never have or see a single street in all of Ambazonia town and cities looking like this. How do you call Bamenda a city, ladies and gentlemen, with roads looking like this? It is infrastructure that makes a city. It is not a name. It is infrastructure. Look at the road in the street inside Bamenda. I've shown you City Camera Roundabout. I've shown you Sonak Street. I have shown you the roads leading into Bamenda from Bunda. I have shown you the road going to New Layout. Oh, there is no street in Bamenda that looks like, that makes Bamenda, qualifies Bamenda for a city. There is none. And that is why last time I said Bamenda lies in ruins. Why should we not be at war? All right, Reverend Asong, I am glad you joined me in this broadcast today. First of all, let me say thank you for what your boys, they are doing out there. You guys are doing a fabulous job. Tell me what you are hearing from Ground Zero. I have not heard anything from Victoria. I got an audio that came to me from Victoria. I learned that my phone was completely shut down. Then downtown, businesses were shut down, but there was still some level of movement. Boya, I have not heard anything. I don't know whether you heard anything. I learned that Moyoka, Ekona, of course, they were all shut down. I don't need to talk about Kumba. I learned that in Manfe, I have not heard anything from Manfe as of now. I don't know what you have found out about today.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. We want to appreciate all the ARF and the civilians on the ground for respecting the lockdown. It's all about all of us. We thank you for your sacrifice. My four and Victoria is locked down. Those few stores that were open are councils, city councils, stores that enforce on they force the owners to open their stores. But we will visit the city council anytime from now for trying to challenge the law of the land of Amazonia. The money they are collecting, they are not using it for the people of Southern Cameroon, they are using it for colonial masters. In the days ahead, we will visit them anytime soon. It doesn't matter how long it will take, but we'll visit that city council. You can rest assured. Any city council in Amazonia that try to violate or challenge the law of our land will make sure that that council doesn't exist in Amazonia anymore. We don't have time to fool around. Some of them are just working for their personal interests. We are working for the interests of 8 million Amazonia. I don't know, those of you who try to disrespect this lockdown, I don't know how you feel. If your child was the one that was shot like baby Carol in Boyabongo Square, I don't know how you will feel if you were that mother that we are trying to realign this revolution back to God, and you are contributing to help La Republic to come and invade the land and continuously kill our people. I don't know how you will feel if it was your parents that were burned in the house. I don't know how you will feel if somebody is trying to violate the lockdown. This lockdown is about realigning this revolution so we can possess our possession. So we're not going to play with anybody that is trying to violate it. The few drivers and the Okadas that we learned out was circulating in Tico. We have taken note of you guys and going to visit you people even after the lockdown. We can assure you that we're working for your interests, but we are working for the nation. And there is nothing single individuals are going to help to sabotage or destroy this revolution. It is ordained by God, and we are going to do everything possible to make sure that we have it. Few individuals are not going to disturb our rightful inheritance. We are going to possess it. And if you are that business person in that Tico market that opened your store, be rest assured that we will visit you anytime soon. We're not chewing words. We're not beating around the bush anymore. We learned that FACO, you guys did your best. What happened is my fall is as a result of what the special guest that we have in FACO did my fall. And I learned that they arrested a lot of people. They were breaking homes, arresting people because of what happened in that Wotutu junction. But that was just a sign.
There? I have no idea. Can you tell us, please?
That was last week, Friday.
Okay.
The Restoration Council just sent a serious warning to everybody, and after that, the next day, I think the whole was crowded with bees and they were arresting people and all of that. We just wanted to send a message to them that they should not think that the days of Sako is still here. The days of Sako is over, and we are now in charge. And we are going to make sure that Fako respect the law of the land. They are fond of disrespecting it. We are not going to take it lightly. Anybody that violates, we'll make sure we pick you up. And when we pick you, there's no mercy. We don't have time for any mercy. It is written in the Bible, and we are going to do exactly what the Bible says. In the book of Romans 13, 1-7, it says, respect the authority and respect the law of the land. I'm pretty sure that we are not trying to debate with anybody on this, because God has given us the land to possess our possession. And anybody that will try to make us not to possess our rightful possession, we're going to deal with you according to the law of the land. And trust me, those Okalia Belies, SDOs, and DOs that are forcing you with mayors to forcefully open the store, they will not be there to rescue you when the time comes. So if you are wise enough, I will advise you to travel. Travel so they will not force you to open your store. But if you stay and open your store, we'll make sure that you don't have that store at all. We don't have time. The time for romance is over. We want to send a strong warning to international community who are 3IG. I think with this long message is very clear that we have the one IG, and that is the IG that is speaking and ground zero is listening. No matter the politics who are trying to play around, we don't have time for those words of distraction and discouragement. It's one IG, and the writing is right there on the wall. For those ARF that were claiming that we are trying to punish the civilians, those are the ARF that are making money from this revolution. And I'm sure that those that insisted for these 5 days, those are the ones that have been staying in the bushes for 5 years. They have not been able to come out and work around or those that were complaining that it is too much are the ones that have claimed a lot of people's property. They have seized people's farm cocoa. They are making money from those farm cocoa. So according to them, 5 days was too much. If it's
Hold
5
on
months,
there. Let's talk a little bit about FACO, because you know that in this struggle, FACO being what it is deserves the scrutiny that everybody puts on it, whether it is the backyard of somewhere, a Comessaco or not. FACO has special scrutiny, being that it is considered the headquarters of Ambazonia. What inroads have you been able to make as a new defense secretary of Ambazonia in FACO? Let's forget about this current lockdown. We see some signs of progress. I was mentioned about Moyoka, Ekona, Maifo, and Motengene, those places respecting lockdown to a certain degree. Before this lockdown started, we saw boys, Gabonese, and some other boys coming up and putting out some messages. But we have been waiting to see them go out and enforce this ghost town or lockdown. We haven't seen it yet. If I may ask, you have, because I know definitely those boys are not under your control. Are you putting together something to replace those guys or not?
thank you, Secretary Chris. We have guys in place in FACO that are working with us, that have always been with us, but this particular group of boys were always intimidating them and threatening them. But I learned that of recent, they had a meeting and they said to each other that they're not going to disturb anybody that wants to work with us. They will allow everybody to work with whoever leader they
Do you
choose.
trust them though when they say that? Do you trust them?
Well,
Even Gabondes himself has been picked up by the same boys.
yes, so that's the problem. I really don't trust them, but I just go with their words. But the boys we are working with, we tell them to be careful not to trust them, because those are the guys that have made FACO to be a laughing stock. They claim that they own FACO, but they don't. We don't see anything that they are doing to make sure that AFCOM does not take place, mountain race does not take place, canoe race does not take place. But they claim that they own FACO County. So Ambazonia that knows the truth can see for themselves that they are just bunch of noisemakers. And when the others do their activities, they go out and claim it. Oh, but those that can read the handwritings on the wall, we know that each time we come out and start working, that's when that group comes out, they claim the activities of those that are actually doing the job. But when we sit quiet like before and nothing is happening in FACO, nothing happened. But immediately we come out and do something, they come out and claim it. So Ambazonians have already understand exactly what they do. A lot of them are busy doing kidnapping. The rate of kidnapping in FACO are done by most of them. And we are just praying that even after this revolution, we will pick a lot of them that are putting stress on the life of our civilians. A lot of them that have seized people's farm cocoa. A lot own a lot of farm civilians. They took it for intimidation.
If I may ask you, since Monday, when this lockdown started, we've seen saboteurs. I am talking about surrogates on the social media. Kone Adelia, who is known to be Kemi Ashu. Ladies and gentlemen, when you see any write-up out there in the name of Kone Adelia, know that that is Kemita Ashu. You know, she swaps names like that to cover her identity. This is, again, a lady who used to be a wonderful activist, a trustworthy activist, putting out educative information, but she just messed up and turned into this one of these lie tellers out there. But Kemita Ashu, Connie Adelia, Rosalind Lem, the old headmaster from Guy, or he calls himself Ground Zero Speaks, Jeremiah, what, 19 or 20 or 21, Tasso, Martin, Garabu, Love, all these people with fake name, they carried out a concerted effort to sabotage this lockdown. And you saw the images they put out yesterday from 2018. 2018, showing Boya, showing Bamenda with live, just. They could convince people to go out and do business as usual. You know, the many question that many people begin to ask is, who is Kemita Ashu fighting for? Who is Rosalind Lem? Of course, they are all fake names. Who are they fighting for? All these surrogates, psycho surrogates. Even Pastor Commando, I don't know whether you've listened to an audio he put out there. I think that was today. Somebody forwarded it to me. I'm going to play it here soon. I am shocked. I begin to wonder, who exactly are these people fighting for? Against us, against Ambazonia, or against La République du Cameroon? What do you make of all that fake propaganda, fake images they put out there yesterday?
Thank you, Secretary Chris. You know, people like that, I really don't follow them because I consider them a non grata to me. They are not relevant at all. You know, the Bible says we wrestle not with flesh and blood. So, whatever they are trying to do, or for whatever reason, is best known to them. I just believe that when the people are so desperate and confused, they want to do anything for them to make them remain relevant. But Amazonians are wise enough. Someone like me, I don't follow them. I've never followed them. So they really don't matter. Commando is a death on arrival person. So I really don't care what they say or they do. Those are people that were in the church with support who was telling lies that God made him to do this and that. And so anybody that is still listening to people like that, I think we just need to pray for them, for God to deliver them from that spirit of confusion. As long as I'm concerned, those people are irrelevant. Amazonians know for
I know
themselves.
it's easy to call them irrelevant, but I can assure you that the distraction they cause out there and the deceit that they cause out there, the confusion they cause out there, even, I mean, on ground zero, you cannot even quantify it. But sometimes we talk about them so that people coming across what they put out there should know exactly where it is coming from and who is putting it out. That is why we put the information out there, because there are people that you read from them, you trust it. People you read, you will never trust it. People like Ochiba Nelson, the retired headmaster, and the rest.
Yeah,
So we cannot
I
just
would like to.
ignore what they put out there.
I would like to advise Amazonians to anything that they see from any of these names that Secretary Chris just mentioned. Please avoid them. I will advise all of you to unfollow all of them, and anything that, if you are in a forum and somebody forward a message from any of those names, please exit that forum. It's a polluted forum, and we need to be focused. We need to stay focused. We need to look unto God for this revolution to come to an end. A lot of these people are in the diaspora. They really don't care about you people that are in ground zero, but they make it seem like we are the one trying to punish all of you. But we are doing our best to make sure that this revolution comes to an end. The rate of killing is really too much, but we want to be more aggressive now with the occupier, the illegal occupier, so that we can free you people. We know you people live in fear on a daily basis. You are not sure of tomorrow, of stray bullets and all of that. So whatever we are doing in this interim government is for the good of all of you. So this bunch of Facebook distractors, please stay away from them. Avoid anything that has to do with those names that Secretary Chris just mentioned. I am very focused to make sure that this revolution has a turnaround, especially on the ground. I'm very focused on making sure that the firepower increase even after this lockdown. It's not just about the lockdown. Even after the lockdown, economic sabotage will be increased in all the 13 counties and the 61 LGA. My goal is to sabotage everything that La Republic owns in Amazonia so they can get out as fast as possible. So La Republic can come to the table for us to negotiate and everybody go their separate way. That's all we are interested in. Any other story coming from anybody is just death on arrival. All we need from La Republic, come to the table, let's discuss terms of negotiation and separation so we can live like neighbors without any problem. Anything short of that is just death on arrival. So economic sabotage is going to increase. The firepower will increase. Anything owned by La Republic in Amazonia will be brought down. We can say that without any fear or favor, because those are the things that are keeping them and is making them to continue to kill our people. So we cannot afford to continue to stay with people who claim that we are indivisible and they keep killing our own. They keep killing our own while their own are there living in our territory safe and their properties are still standing in our territory. We are going to make sure that we bring anything that concerns them down. Some people will say, what about Southern Cameroonians that are in La Republic? If you are a Southern Cameroonian and you are in La Republic, pack and come back to Southern Cameroon, period. If not, we are not going to are there, allow them to continue to kill and wipe out our families. We're not going to accept that. We're going to do what it takes to make sure that we bring these people to the table as fast as possible. So we want to thank Ground Zero, especially the civilians, for listening to this of Madam President Iya Mariata, for respecting this 5 days lockdown. And we want to thank you for the prayers. Today is day 3 of the fasting and prayer, and the theme is restoration. We want God to restore our land. We want God to restore our country. We want God to restore the Southern Cameroonian territory back to us so we can possess our possession, so we too can live there freely, like how Americans are living freely in their own country. We want to take what rightfully belongs to us by force. We want to take it because La Republic is an illegal invader. He's an illegal occupier. This land was never covenanted to them. Whatever mistakes was done by our forefather, this fasting is for us to realign back to us. We want God to realign it and give it back to us so we can possess our possession. So we cannot afford to play with it with anybody that will try to violate this period of lockdown. So I want to thank you very much, viewers and listeners, and all of you that are respected.
All right, let me bring one more subject before you go, because I know you have to rush into the prayers and fasting that are going on. Now, something happened in Mbalangi. First, we saw the videos of restoration forces disciplining some indigents of Mbalangi, residents of Mbalangi. And then this other video came up. I don't know whether you have any idea what is going on there, but I have looked at the video. It is essentially a form of schooling that the restoration forces are giving the population there. Take a look.
On a population from other communities, not from Balangi, but all of them, we still hold them captive, but we don't harm some person for here. We don't beat some person. Okay. Make we no go. Una talk for back say we don't maltreat una, never maltreat una, never do anything, because like what way we do, I'm like we just laugh now because we can't have a peace. But where we go, where we from, they don't give us now war. Now go hear in the news. The people who will go visit them in peace, they still give we war. That's when I get lucky. So now be unfortunately say una no be now from that community, because beating we will for beat una for here now only Jesus Christ one know. Yes, now God knows stuff for now. What am mama they will be the pray? Pastor, what am mama? Punch no fear. Why be they pray? Be they cry? So now I miss say God don't hear your prayer, no be so.
We not picking them. We not time for be informal for the whole no go like we don't understand. We don't see come over. We go now peacekeeping mission for Balangi. They are you. They see riot. They attack one of our person. They see collect one gun. We dey now as we tell now. But we don't tell them say no. None of them no go step into that village. We go show them what they need them. At the one war, we go show them. Some of them they for that they don't sleep. Yeah, we don't talk say nobody. Me no man no pass Balangi till 1 week. That Balangi there for this go dey na war.
All right, so the images you see there again, they are coming from Balangi. Have you found out anything what was going on there?
Secretary Chris, I think the ARF are just doing what is right, because last month you see a video of the youth in Balangi. They set ablaze and burned the ARF in Balangi. I think that was last month. That was really, really so painful to see that our own people will help to kill our own. They killed about 3 of our ARF, and they were chanting and saying that no amber in Balangi, no amber in Balangi. That was a disgrace to our own people, telling their own children that who are trying their best to protect the land, to protect our inheritance from La Republique. And they are the one helping La Republique to make sure they kill this ARF. And we vow that those that perpetrate those killings will be brought to book. They will be brought to order. And we are still carrying investigation to know exactly those particular ring leaders that set fire on those ARF. They burned them to ashes. We cannot allow them to get away with that. The death of those 3 men, 3 Amber boys, can never go unpunished. We are going to make sure that we discipline those that were responsible for the death of those 3 Amber boys. All they were doing is trying to protect the land from La Republique Cameroon. But we see how our own people helped La Republique to Cameroon. Some were arrested, some were shot dead, and the other one that they shot dead, he was trying to run away. He did not die. He was trying to run away, but the youth ran after him, catch him and brought back, pour fuel on him and put tires and set him. It was so painful. No matter what the ARF did to them, because they see some of their farms. I mean, you cannot use because of material things to kill your own because of earthly things. Those are earthly things, but they prefer to them because they see their farm. I mean, it was just terrible. So I'm happy that they were educating these ones, and this is sending wrong message to all other counties and LGAs and local government that would try to do something like that. That would try to help La Republique to make sure they kill our own. We will not let them go free without being punished. And I hope they get the message. It is better to deal with your stubborn child than to deal with an enemy, killing your own. Thank you, Secretary.
La Republique has attempted this in many places. You know, they tried in Oko, sent out the women to attack restoration forces. They have tried it in the Indu, they have tried it in the Balangi, and quite a number. I think Mamfe too, I think they tried that. It was one of those strategies they hoped they will use it to stop the restoration forces from carrying out their attacks on French Cameroon colonial forces. It has essentially failed, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. It can never work anyway. It can never work. All their never work because they are illegal in our territory. So anybody that is trying to help them is doing that at their own risk, because by the time that the ARF will pick you when you are by yourself, they will not be there to rescue you. So the earlier our people are smart enough to understand the language in which La Republique is speaking, the better for all of them. We will not tolerate, I mean, from henceforth, we will not tolerate civilians or a community that will rise up against Amber Boys. If the Amber Boys doing something that you guys don't like, our numbers are out there. Call us and tell us that particular camp that is creating problems or terrorizing you people. Let us know. If we know that this is what they are doing to you people, we will bring discipline to them. But for you to bring La Republique to go after them and kill them, that is not acceptable, because these are our own children. We cannot afford our the enemies to kill them. It is better for us to discipline, and those that are kidnapping, we are going to put them in jail when we have this independent restore. We are going to make sure that we punish them according to their action. So anything that anybody is doing now, thinking that they will get away with, they will not get away with. When we get Ambazonians, we will get records of all those kidnappers, all those rapists, Ambas boys that are raping people. They are taking advantage of them, doing all sorts of things. We are going to discipline them when we get to Ambazonia. But for civilians to give them to La Republique is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. These are our own children. We have to remember that what caused them to become rapists, what caused them to become kidnappers, that notwithstanding, that is not telling Amber boys to go out and kidnap. It is not acceptable. It is not tolerated. We will not tolerate it now. We will not tolerate it even in the future. So we are warning everybody. Whatever Amber boys are doing in your community, please call us, report them to us. Tell us their camp. Don't just say that some boys, because that is not a description. When you say that some boys, it doesn't make sense. Monitor and get details of them so we are able to track them and know exactly which group is doing what in that area. In Fako, we know that the group that does this kidnapping always come from those group of boys from Ekona that we know, because they are fond of going to terrorize people that are building diasporas that are building their homes there, who are supporting the revolution. They always go there to kidnap the workers, collect millions, and then release them later and seize their phones. So we already know their job. Those ones we know already when the time comes.
All right, Reverend Asong, please, if you still have a little more time, stay in there. Let me bring in the Apostle Mike, who is also joining us from his location that I wouldn't want to mention, to weigh in on this lockdown and other issues. Apostle Mike, good to see you, sir.
Thank you, Secretary Priest.
All right,
Secretary of State for Education.
You are very much aware of all the
Defense.
shenanigans out there from these saboteurs trying to stop this lockdown. So far, they have failed, and as you saw here, we saw Ground Zero. I mean, Bamenda and Kumba are the two largest cities in all of Ambazonia. When lockdown holds there effectively, we can say this was really good, isn't it?
You are right. There was the population had to hit to the call. The call to lockdown, to respect this 5 days has been heeded, despite those who are out there trying to, play down on the intelligence of the people. They have been disgraced. It is not just for nothing that God decided at this time that people be exposed and that people be cautioned not to take the law into their hands. And if I wanted to say something, I would like those people who insisted that there was no ghost town to go and look what happened on Monday, Tuesday, and here today. You didn't bring them from 2018 or 2019 like some are trying to bring, Secretary Chris. So you see, that's frustration from some. We spoke, educated people, and it is going to go through to the end for the safety of our civilians, whom the fighters are defending, and the safety of our fighters as well, for the quick realization by the Republic of Cameroon that though they jubilate that people are playing to their strings or to their tune, we are making progress to see that they are forced to the negotiation table where this matter will be finished for once. Thank you.
Wonderful. Great. Now, you also have seen the resilience of the restoration forces in enforcing this lockdown, contrary to the expectations of these saboteurs. What do you make of it?
Of course, Secretary Chris, you know we have one country, we have one flag, we have one government. Things have evolved. People don't want to live in denial. That is why we're here. We're not here to create enmity. We're here to educate people to see that for people to risk their lives, take up arms in self-defense, not defending themselves or just the family, but defending a nation that has been raped. And you stand up instead of encouraging and supporting them. You discourage them. And you begin to talk about loyalty. You look at all of us. We harnessed our forces, energy behind former President Sako Samuel Ikome. The fighting forces did the same. When the tides changed, when the signals were coming that tides were going to change, they thought that they could reverse the hand of the clock. And they thought they could manipulate some fighters on the ground. Fighters have denied to be manipulated. They have decided to stay true to the change of power, but to maintain self-defense for the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, Southern Cameroon. They are doing the job. They are saying it. I heard somebody come out from my place. I don't know whether he knows that I also come from Manu. Let him go and ask Chang village. He will know me. Willie said something that disturbs me. You rise up and you provoke Field Marshal of Ambazonia, who risked his life, risked his job, risked his family, go to defend our nation. And then you stand up there and say, we have disarmed you, we have deranked you, you are no more Field Marshal. Willie, who are you? Yes, you are a commissioner. You were commissioned by who? Okay, look at what the people are doing on ground. Look at what the fighters are doing on ground. Do you see them abiding to what you said? Whether it is Sako who is saying that, has he been able to discourage the hand of the fighters? They have maintained the first day, they've maintained the second day, they are maintaining the third day, and we have 2 more days ahead of us, and they will continue for our good, for the common good. So, kudos. 121 Lifangse Ekiange gon salute to Field Marshal the King and the restoration fighters, Ambazonian restoration fighters, and all fighting forces, Sukadev and the rest. Just stay on. Don't allow any distraction or division bring anything. Continue to defend the civilians. We have just seen what is happening in Balangi. Without that effort, I think when those people go back, they'll have a different story to tell about our restoration fighters. And the humiliation that the Atanganji boys are having as fake Amber boys, and the other hand that were there to want to find fault with what our restoration fighters are doing to enforce the lockdown, well, as they are silenced. They are silenced. Can't you see that?
Yeah.
All right. Let me not fail to say kudos equally to, like I just said in the opening, kudos to you, Secretary of State for Defense, The victory is of the Lord, and victory is sure.
Yes.
Thank you. Keep the good work and stay as we depend on that mighty hand, the power, the invincible power that comes through communion with the Almighty Lord. Thank you.
All right. Before I let Reverend Asom go, there is also something that I like to put here on the screen for both of you to comment about. The Department of Health and Social Services last week visited our refugees in the Taraba state of Nigeria, and they put smiles on their faces. And I'd like you to see, to make sure, give us your take on this. Take a look. That is again from Nigeria, Taraba state.
Today is the 15th, today the 15th, and here I am, 15th of May. I'm here in Gembu. I'm here in Gembu, in the Sabina LGA. These are the refugees that we have here, and then some are still coming in. We are expecting, we have about 5,000 refugees in expectation. We have 7,000 refugees altogether here. So here in front of us are the items that the Excellency President, the HSS department have put together to our brothers and sisters here in Gembu. As you can see, the team is still coming in. You can see the crowd is still coming in to be able to benefit from this wonderful assistance from President Ian Haranta and the HSS department with all the donors. Thank you. God bless you all for this wonderful gesture. Our people are very, very, very happy to receive this. Thank you. And
Hello. Good afternoon. Yes, come. Want to do a translation? Who? Never can talk with you today. We be happy say we don't call una at so short a notice una come. Upa Oga Kimlap go talk for una, then tell una who they don't call una because we will not get power to call una. And one of them una say, as we don't come together, so we go use it. Yes. HSS, oh yeah. HSS, oh yeah. Yes. Another time no come again. HSS, our brothers them, or mommy our papa them, where they there for abroad. You don't remember who were there from Gembu? Say from Gembu, where people they suffer. Hungry day, pains day. They say they want tell una, say they never forget una, they get una for mind. Say that they think about una. They know what una they go through. They don't go ever forget una. So this food stuff una see am, they don't bring us someone and show them for put smile on her face. So they can't salute una. Make we jam our hands for HSS. So HSS, we saw another mommy, Madam Comfort, for love NGO. Now they don't suppose to be bring this job. We can't give Southern Cameroonian refugees where they do here. One big money where I get hard for all week. President E. Amaranta. President E. Amaranta. Yes. And the Vice President, Dr. Abonga Felix, Dr. Felix Atiangotu, Ma Jessica, Mapo, and all the members of HSS. We say, may God bless them for remembering we. And also, I want to take this opportunity to thank SEMA, UNHCR, and partners, NEMA, immigration officers, police, the military, and Nigeria at large. Both put your hands together for Nigeria. Oh, yeah!
All right. Again, those are our refugees. You can see the smiles on their faces at the, receiving the donations from this interim government, of course, that is now led by Iya Marianta. I must say that this interim government, whether be it under Sisiko or under somewhere Ekomesako, and now Iya Marianta has never ever forgotten of the plight of our refugees in all parts of Nigeria. So if you are a refugee in Nigeria and you did not receive what was shared there, don't be worried. Know that it is going to, your share is going to come to you. Just remain where you are and know that Iya Marianta's government is not going to forget about you. We will take it one time a day until we make the rounds and reach every one of you out there. But something happened. Something happened after these items were distributed to the refugees in Nigeria. Emmanuel Tita, whom you all know, they got very upset. They still really believe they are running a government. And the coordinator of the refugees in Nigeria, they took him out of their forum. They said, no, he shouldn't have allowed Iya Marianta to send food, ladies and gentlemen, to suffering people of Amazonia in Nigeria. He shouldn't have allowed Iya Marianta to send food for distribution in refugee camps in Nigeria. These are refugees. Everything to these guys have become politics. Even the feeding of struggling and suffering refugees out there in Nigeria, they politicize it. All right, but I like your take on this before I let you go, Reverend Asom. Go on, please.
Yes, Secretary Chris, I think you can see that how desperate Tita and Sako, they are. I mean, for them to even send out that message claiming the refugees belong to them, it just shows how stupid and confused they have become, because Amazonians are for all Amazonians. So when your term of office is over, the next leadership takes over, they're supposed to continue where you stop. But for them to even send a letter telling Jude that he should reconsider his stand, and you can see that they are a bunch of poor beer in the making, because that's just the attitude of La République du Cameroon, where their leaders and their ministers don't want to hand over or transfer power to the next people, which is the reason why we are fighting, and which is the reason why we have these refugees in Nigeria. Because if powers were changing hands like it was supposed to be, we will not even have refugees in another man's land that have to live in begging and depending on others. These are families that have been independent all their life, and because of the senseless war, They are now living refugees in another man's country, and the Amazonia is trying to claim ownership over their life. That just shows how stupid and frustrated they have really become. And they are trying their best to make themselves look relevant, which the mantle left them very long time ago, and they are still in denial. But as the law lives, they will continue to be confused and make themselves more stupid the way they are doing. When I saw that letter, I just laughed and I say, wow, this is the extent to which these people can go. They want to also claim even the refugees. I mean, that is to show you how frustrated they are and desperate. But we thank God that Director Jude, he knows the truth. He believes in a change of leadership, and immediately he saw that the Restoration Council has vomited Sako Ikome, and that's the same institution that put Sako in place. And he was smart enough to just switch camp and join the leading camp. And we are the leading camp, and we are the winning camp, and we are going to work with the refugees and those in prisons as well. No matter how Sako tried to, and his gang or surrogate, no matter how they try to bring confusion or politicize the whole thing, it's just not going to lead them anywhere anyway, because they have really shown to Ambazonians who they are and how desperate they are. And Ambazonians will never ever give any of them any positions in Ambazonia. I think they can see that for themselves. That their positions that they are claiming and clamoring for will only end in diaspora. When we comes to reality in ground zero, I don't think anybody can ever vote for any of them, because they have proven that they are power mongers. If they take positions, they will never let it go. They will never transfer power to anybody.
But
Same
you
like
know,
those
but you know, you've forgotten they already have apportioned their positions on ground zero, right? Remember that Aringwa is going to ground zero to be the director of customs. that's what I was told, that she will go. She will be the director of customs. But
that can only be that can only be in their dreams, because Amazonians are honestly not stupid. They might be playing with them to get their money.
But that should make you understand why they can't leave this power, because come on, they are not yet in Boya. Aringwa hasn't collected custom duties yet.
So it's just funny, Secretary Chris, that
Let me
people
go
are already
to-
dreaming
Yeah.
positions when
Right.
we've not had the independence yet.
Right. Let me get to Apostle Mike to weigh in on the days.
Thank you. Hello.
All right.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Well, we have to say thank you to the Health and Social Services for thinking about the refugees. They're thinking about our displaced people all over. And it is only ridiculous to hear somebody reacting against this. And they believe that, that they're fighting for the freedom of these very people. And you see the smile on those people's faces, and you are annoyed. You see the cooperation that the coordinator there has given, and you are annoyed. Okay, if they want to sack him, let them sack him. Eh? These people are taking their food with thanksgiving, and the people who have denied themselves their breakfast or their lunch to make this happen, they are impressed to do a little more. We will not relent because of, personality cult. Sorry if that is too hard, because what else can that be? If you can stop people from receiving such help, what are you trying to say? If you criticize this, what are you trying to say? I beg, do not let me say something here that they will regret. Let them just continue to be giving. They cannot possess a people that were looking for a way for them to go back to their families, inherit their and develop their own estates, because they are here, they are handicapped. We're out here, we're handicapped, and they think they could politicize humanitarian effort and monopolize it, it is sad. Peter can just do that because he's really not having his feet on the ground with Sako any longer. After tasting the presidential power and bowing under intimidation out of the leadership of the struggle.
All right. I will let Reverend Asun take off. Bishop Mike, you stay. We'll handle one more item and then I will open the phone lines. Reverend Asun, it was great to have you. You continue to do what you are doing, and God gives you more wisdom too, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Secretary Chris. Thank Amazonians. Continue to respect the lockdown. Continue to pray. Today we are still doing. Today is the third day of prayer and fasting. We are doing restoration today. Tomorrow will be Dominion Walk, which is the fourth day. Dominion Walk is very important for those of you that are in Ground Zero. We're going to be doing the Dominion Walk. We must take what belongs to us by force. Enforce the lockdown. Put the enemies to shame. Put them to shame. Let them know that we own the land. We own the land and we are going to possess our possession. The Lord has restored the land to us and we are going to possess it so that we can bring this suffering, pains to an end as fast as possible. Thank you very much. God bless you all. We love you all for your strength, your patience, your energy, your commitment, and your sacrifices. We thank you. God bless you. Stay strong, stay focused until we get to Goya. And for those real restoration fighters, God bless you and equip you and make you work stronger and stronger. Put on the whole armor of God so you can chase out La République du Cameroon according to Ephesians 6:11-17. Put on all the armor of God. God bless you. Stay strong. Stay focused. We are together. 21 gun salute for all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Reverend Adsong. You have a great night out there and stay safe. Apostle Mike, I come to you right now. Let's talk about something that that was forwarded to me from Commando, and I forwarded that audio to you. And you will remember the visit to Brazil. You will remember the visit to Brazil of Samuel Ekome Sako. Now, Pastor Commando was in the entourage. You can find that image right there. You see Commando right there at the right-hand side, watching and nodding the falsehood that was being spread there by Samuel Ekome Sako. And he came out from there. We have now also learned that some of the bank accounts that were being used by Ekome Sako were being handled in Nigeria by Commando, the guy whose face you see there, extreme right on the screen. Now, the reason I am bringing this is because he came out, put out an audio today, which I would like some of you to listen briefly to it. Listen briefly to it.
Of the historian. Hello, great people of the blessed land, the land of Amazonia. This is the voice of the historian, your brother. My name is Brett.
Okay, let me hold it there first. Fellow Amazonians, every time you hear of the historian with the name your brother, say that is Pastor Commando. I don't know why he doesn't want to use his real names. I don't know if his name is Say. Apostle, you may correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know whether his names are Brother Commando Say. But when you hear of the historian out there, that is Commando. speaking as a historian. Now listen to the historian.
Today, the 17th of May 2022, I come to you to make you to know that history is greatly repeating itself. There was a time, this is very, very true and historical, that a man, I want to call his name Moses, leading his people out of a particular slavery, got to a place, and the spokesperson of Moses tried to derail the people.
I hope you just heard that. God appointed Moses and appointed the spokesperson for Moses. And the spokesperson for Moses betrayed him. That is, I hope you're getting where the narrative is heading to. Now listen.
And of course, this spokesperson was called Aaron. And he made a demon, a golden calf, an idol, and called the people and said, these are your gods that have delivered you. He still called the name of God that the leader at that time was calling. And because he was the spokesperson, people followed him. Let's come back to whom? To Ambazonia. 2018, a man called Samuel was given that opportunity to lead the people of Ambazonia into the Ambazonian land. And he picked up a spokesperson, that person called Christopher Anu. In 2021, October last year, this Christopher Anu, just like Aaron, defected, left the interim government that Samuel is the president, and when he left, he did not drop the name that he had as the Secretary of State for Communications for Ambazonia. And of course, he did not also drop the name interim government. So he has been using this for the past few months to deceive the people of Ambazonia, because he has a very loud mouth and lies at his breakfast, lunch, and supper. So he is succeeding to deceive a very few number of people of Ambazonia who do not listen and listen with sense.
You see,
they just listen like, people who have never been to school.
Can you imagine the curses, the attack on Ambazonians? They just listen and listen as fools who have never been to school. Apostle Chang, you see, I don't get it. Pastor, commando, a minister, a pastor, somebody who should be counseling, who was actually counseling Sako, ladies and gentlemen, truly believes Sako was made an eternal president. Did you hear that? God chose him. Of course, God chooses people for times, for moments, not for eternity. But you can see the frustration here. Now, what this analysis is important, because when Sako went to Brazil, churning out those lies, how God told him to give out his churches, and he gave them out. He called his sons and daughters and distributed them out. How God asked him to give out his Bible schools, he gave them out. How God gave him a haunted home. He went into the haunted home. How God made him president of a country he would not dare mention there. Commando was seated right there, hearing Sako churning out these lies. And Commando thinks that Chris Ano should just sit under such a person as dishonest as both of them. What is your take on this? You listen to this.
Look, if you give me a bit of time, Secretary Priest,
Go
I
on,
would
please.
like to say the historian has distorted history. First, before Sako ever ascended to the presidency of the Southern Cameroons, it was the House of Country and Regional Coordinators of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia that sought to bring out a leader in the demise or in the absence of Sisiku Ayuk Tabe. Why does that historian not want to let Southern Cameroonians know about this? Why do they claim to restore the House of Representatives, the Parliament of Joa, and they refuse to just say how Sako came to power? Let me give it to him and to the rest of Southern Cameroonians that history has it on record that after Sisiku Ayuk Tabe's abduction by the Republic of Cameroon in complicity with the government of Nigeria, a session was held where the first 10 candidacy or deliberations were made to select a leader. The person who came first out of the 10 to lead Southern Cameroons in the absence of Sisiku Ayuk Tabe was Reverend Pastor Christopher Anu. Let the historian tell that to the people, or he should come to my historical class, to my history class, and I'll bring that part. It was only because that Secretary Christopher Anu was talked into letting go that a second opportunity brought Sako in. Let Sako come and disprove me, not even Commando. Okay, so that is first note of history. They should take their notes very good and clear, especially as men of God who are supposed to dish out truth. Why are they hiding this truth?
And that is the difficult thing about that. That is the difficult thing about that. I don't know. I would like to host Commando here. I wish he would take my invitation to be a guest on the show to tell us what his problem is. He cannot. Let me play this to the end so that we all get the context and before we continue.
How can somebody declare that goes down, lockdown was going to be for 5 days on a Monday, and they started announcing it, and then on Saturday he tells the people that the Republic has changed their 20th May to the 17th, and that's why they should be locked down. And then on Monday or Sunday, particularly Sunday the 15th, he comes out to tell the same people that La Republique has sent military trucks to arrest people who will be on the streets. Is that not contradictory? And you are listening to that crap?
That is, you can tell that is an attack on my own personal integrity. Now, let me repeat it. I came out and announced that La République du Cameroon had put a statement out announcing that commemorations for 20th May begin on the 17th. And I actually put out that statement here on TV for everybody to see, and you can look at it again now. Look at it. Look at this. Look at that statement now. That is a statement there, fellow Ambazonians. That is a statement from which that message was based. That is the man, you can read it. Look at the headline there. Coming from where? La République du Cameroon. And to Ministry of Secondary Education from the governor there. Read it. It says, within the framework of activities marking the 50th edition of the National Day in Bamenda, I have the honor to request you to mobilize all schools in Bamenda 1, 2, and Bamenda 3 subdivisions to actively take part in the launching of the National Day on Tuesday, the 17th. If we had not declared lockdown beginning Monday, La République du Cameroon would have been out there on Tuesday, yesterday, practicing mass pass and doing all the recitation towards the 20th, isn't it?
Secretary Chris, that is the thing. This is why he just said that they are listening as people who have not gone to school. He cannot be giving history. I'm sorry. My colleague cannot be giving history as somebody who has not done history. This is a simple thing that came out because what the actions are showing that they are contradicting their mission. Their mission would have been, don't let people sit in, don't just let things loose so that they can come in at will and do their things and go. So they are now annoyed that we preempted things like this and then declared went in for the lockdown that starts on the 16th as, pronounced by the president of the Southern Cameroon, Jomia Marianta. So that is the first frustration he has got there. He says they should not listen. You educated the public, sir. It is not yours to defend him. You didn't lie. You just simply echo that, when this lockdown was being programmed for 5 days, it was only a matter of, preemptiveness. We're not very certain what La République du Cameroun was up to. And now that they have shifted it, you just echo that. Don't you see now that while we thought we were just preempting things, they were also thinking of playing a smart one on us? So the people who now said it's only, and he ended, how did he end his thing? Only 19 and 20, meaning that everything should go on the 17th, everything should go on the 18th until the 19th. He is giving the thing in whose hands?
And La République would have
Is that you are a history teacher? Is that what a man of God should be teaching the people if you want their safety?
And La République would have been bringing in people from Douala, from Lum, from Bunda, and so on into Bamenda, lodging them in hotels between Monday and the 19th. If we had not declared it to start on Monday, because they can no longer pay bills. In fact, I learned they are selling bonds. Many people don't know. Selling bonds. La République selling bonds. Selling bonds essentially means La République is soliciting for money from individuals to run the country. That's what it means. So we knew they could not afford to keep people in hotels for more than a week. And we said, this thing has to start on, long enough to stop them from doing that. And he listened to Commando. And Commando says, I lied. When you see this statement out there, the following day we were receiving statement that bus loads of French Cameroon military were entering into Victoria, entering into Bamenda. You think that we will get that information and just sit and shy away because we are afraid we'll be criticized and not go out and say something? People send information to me and say, Secretary Chris, warn the people, French Cameroon soldiers are hiding on top of buildings in Bamenda. People were going out to take photos. We come out with that information and they want us to believe, to think that we would have been shy enough to stay away, keep that information.
They are threatened. They are threatened, Secretary Chris.
Let's listen to him. Let's listen to him again, and then we'll go back.
That's very contradictory. La République wants people who will make their occasion big. And so he wants people on the streets. And then this fellow is telling you that they are going to arrest them, they should stay at home. Oh no, that is very, very contradictory. It does not rhyme, it does not bind. What am I saying? The interim government's identity has been stolen by Chris Anu and the other people. He is still claiming that he's the Secretary of State for Communication. No.
The interim government. Now, I mentioned this from the start of this show that, ladies and gentlemen, one of the complaints of Samuel Sako in the summons. In the summons they sent to me is that I did not relinquish the title of Secretary of Communications after I was removed from where, I don't know. He still thinks that he has a legitimate government, but that is one of the complaints in their summons, that I am still going around with the title of Secretary of Communications, and you can hear Commando says he's stolen the title of the interim government.
Who?
Not for the interim government. The Secretary of State for the Communication for the interim government is Dr. Martin Mungwa. Dr. Martin Mungwa is the Secretary of State for Communication. Ambazonians, if you want to hear and know the truth, know the truth, go to ABC. There is a lot of propaganda going on out there, which is false, which is not healthy.
Okay, so according to Commando, look at the Bitcoiners on the screen there now. Mungwa, whom you see there on your extreme right, that is the chief Bitcoiner, and that is the person that Commando wants Ambazonian to believe is their communication secretary. Now, but you know, of course, I don't fight other titles. Listen, I will still be very useful, very relevant without carrying a title along with me. But it is unfortunate that, again, this is supposed to be a man of God, so divisive, so angry, and wouldn't let go. He still thinks that Sako is Ambazonia's leader when Ambazonia has spitted him out.
He doesn't want
I have stolen the title from the interim government. Go on, please.
He doesn't want to learn from history. He is not out to give people the history. He is creating negative history. Now, it is good for historians, it's good for the records to be clear. If the Secretary of State for Communication for Southern Cameroon, Secretary Chris Anu, were hunting for power, he would have kept insisting on power as a once elected president of this country. That is point number one. If somebody has left that, and he has we are the ones trying to talk it out. I'm sorry bringing out. I want the Ambazonians to know who you are, to know the qualities you have, to know the selflessness you have displayed in saving the people of Ambazonia. It was not for power, and you just said it. It is without a position, you are still useful for this. Some people thought that it was just your voice. They didn't know that it is, first of all, your heart. It is your heart for the people that is making the people getting attracted to your voice. Now, the person who has refused to drop down the title is the person who entered the office that you left to sit and be in communication to help a rapid recovery of our stolen independence. They didn't see that as something. His own tenure of office came and passed. I echoed it. Let us go and pray for elections before elections come. Because the first accusations you people made against Secretary Chris is that the suggestions he gave to the cabinet to fix things, you said those things were a coup, a calculated coup, because it was an election year. It came from you people's mouth. You say it was an election year. So when that time for election came, it started at the place of prayer. I said, okay, let us be praying for the elections. People started praying for elections. They were stopped in the prayer place that they should stop praying for elections. Now, who has told them that there will be an election? I said, didn't you people say Secretary Chris brought a letter when he knew that it was election year? Why did he not allow the man to go and finish his tenure of office and end? Come on. And then he was 6. He misused the 6 months, and now elections will come up again. If he wants to come and contest election, let him come and contest. He's the one who has refused to drop the title of president. He's the one who has refused to drop the Restoration Council. He took the Restoration Council hostage when it was too hot in his hands. He dropped it and tried to change the name. And you keep following him. Now, the counseling that should have come from the Brazil affair. Imagine that is a diplomatic mission that was undertaken with Southern Cameroonians' monies by not a minister of foreign affairs, not a diplomat, but by the president himself. And that is the presidential campaign for diplomacy. I want them to bring the fruits of that diplomacy here. That is it. Okay, so I also want to score a point here. I don't disagree with the fact that he said God made him a president. Before, God made him a leader of Southern Cameroon, and I served under him. We gave them the support that they needed, and they tried to abuse or ignore it. God has spoken in 2014 in the capital of Republic of Cameroon, in a Christian meeting, through the mouth of foreign ministers, through the mouth of guest speakers, and fished out this, our precious person, called Field Marshal of Ambazonia, the king. They fished him there while he was still in service under the Republic of Cameroon, and said, God is saying this, God wants to use you, God wants to deliver his people through you, and so on. That man sat there. If people of God are supposed to have taken, that was 2014. So you are coming now in 2018. Why did you cancel the history in 2014? Is it because you people know nothing about it? Or you don't know that it happened in a minister's church where there were other ministers? I will not call their names now, but I want to say, let Southern Cameroonians know that the same people who are calling God's name have fought the direction where God wanted the leadership of this struggle to go. That is why the struggle is still dancing around. And I am here to say that the Lord is not a man that he should lie. He knows the manipulations that are going on, and he knows the symbolic prophetic actions that were done. Angels are still watching all of those. That is why that man has gone and risked his life, and the Republic of Cameroon have squandered millions to finish his life, and they have never succeeded. He is still alive today. He will finish the mission for which God set him to finish. If he was power mongering, he would have said, no, they fished me from the crowd and said this, so I am the one or nobody else. If he said this, heaven will back him, the ministers will back him, the guest ministers will back him, the area where these prophecies were pronounced will back him, will back Field Marshal the king. So let them not continue to hang on power. Let them not continue disturbing, deceiving Southern Cameroonians and claiming that somebody who was just speaking for the safety of the people is lying. I'm ashamed that Dr. Mungwa has no way to recover their Bitcoin money, and they are thinking that they will use a Sodio government to do that. It is ridiculous. But God is on the throne, and we are on the side of truth. People know you, Secretary Chris, on ground. People know me, and people know Pastor Commando on ground. They know my integrity. They know Sarko's this thing on ground. It is not you who will blackmail him or me. No. So it's only those who do not know who will be learning the truth. And they are adjusting as I'm speaking. Because some people only followed in ignorance. And that ignorance has been shattered. The truth is coming, slow though it is bringing people to the right direction.
All right, thank you. We will open the phone lines and take a few calls from ground zero. Let's know what is happening in your neck of the wood today for the lockdown. So the phone lines are open. The phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. However, before then, I give you 1 minute. 1 minute of a short break. 1 minute of a short break. I'll be right back. All right, the phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead. See, the phones are ringing already. Let's see. I'd like to hear from you. What happened in your backyard today? Okay. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris.
Hello, sir. May I know where you are calling from, please?
I'm calling from Bamenda, ground zero.
Okay, I'd like to know, how was Bamenda today in your eyes?
No, the ghost town is very, very serious. I just want to make a contribution. That man called Pastor Commando, he's a 419. Tell Pastor Commando that we in Mulang, we know his modus operandi. We are waiting for him on ground zero. Is somebody who was
is that where he lives? Is that where he lives or what?
He was living in Mulang, Secretary Chris. He was operating a Pentecostal church here in Mulang. We know him very well. And duped Christians that he is going for a pastor course in Nigeria, collected monies from Christians around Mulang here, and finally we saw him, but now in the United States.
Well,
I told you.
Anybody flogging with somewhere Komesako, I guess you can tell who they are, right?
All those surrounding Ikomesako are 419. They are con men. Because even Barrister Fru Johnson has lost his credibility here on ground zero.
I have no doubt about that. Okay. All right. Thank you for the call.
Thank you.
All right. Let's get to the next caller. Hello. Hello, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Mesham County.
Mezam County, wonderful. You guys did a fabulous job today. Mezam was deserted.
Yeah, let me answer you very well. He got deserted because if the truth is spoken, things will move very well. Because now, if people are terribly frightened, hello?
I can hear you, go on.
Yeah, if people are frightened, if you are terribly frightened with lies, you scare the people away. We need to speak the truth.
Hold on there. Don't rush. I'm not dropping you. Who scared people?
Let me talk.
No. I am the one paying for this microphone. I have to talk before you talk. Hold on there.
I'm also the one using my
Can you hold on, please? and have a discussion.
Let me talk. I'm the one who called.
All right. I pay for the microphone. You don't have to tell me when to use the microphone, okay? Let's get to the next caller here. Hello. 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 Well, if you call, you have to pick when it is picked here. All right. Let's get to the next caller here. Hello. Hello. Bad connection. Let's see who is next here. The calls are flowing. Hello. Hello.
Secretary Chris, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
From Ground Zero, Nizam County.
Wonderful. You guys did a fabulous job today and yesterday.
Yes. As usual.
As usual, correct. Now, the last caller is saying that people stay home because I frightened them. I mean, how do you respond to that?
No. That is Sako's surrogate. Are you getting?
I'm getting you. I mean, this is not the first time we're calling for 5-day lockdown.
Those are the few people who are still behind Sako. Don't bother about them. But what I want to say is this. Pastor Commando, I also know him.
Okay.
Are you with me?
I'm getting you. Go on.
Hello?
Yes, I'm getting you. Go on.
Yes, Pastor Commando, I know him. I want you to tell him to be careful. He has a church, which I don't want to disclose the place now. He has a radio station, which I don't want to say anything about it. But if he wants those things to be closed down, because already he's proving that he is not a pastor, he has no right to call himself pastor. Are you getting what I'm saying?
I am getting you 5 on 5.
Yeah, that is somebody who break away from the full gospel, which I believed in him. Each time he go over radio station and he's preaching, he's speaking what makes sense. But from every indication, it is like Sako has given him some chance that he cannot reason with his mind. He's reasoning with his nose. So let him be careful. Otherwise, that church he has come and open at Sona Street, it will be closed.
All right. Listen, he is not the one in that church. There are people in there who loves God, whom I believe are worshiping God. Is not about commando. So spare the church and spare anything that surrounding. But thank you for the call.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. I think he's understood.
All right, thank you.
I want to greet Reverend Chan.
Okay.
And I want to say that what he said concerning you, I already know that. We knew that already. We knew that you were the person who had power to Samuel Ekome. We understood that. We knew that since. So whether they want to come out with their kind of history, wherever the history is coming from, we already knew everything. So whatever they are doing, they are just playing around the gallery. There is nothing Samuel Ekome can do as far as this leadership is concerned. We are on the ground. We decide who speaks for us. It is not Samuel and his cabal who will decide who speaks for us. Are you getting me?
I'm getting you. All right.
Yes.
Thank
so
you.
we decide who speaks for us.
I think by now you should. But I think by now you should know that Ground Zero is not listening to him. Anyways, thank you for the call.
No. He is lost. You know that when somebody is drowning, until you hold his hand, you will not know that he's drowning.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the call. Okay, let's see who is next here. Okay. Hello. Oh, you are having a bad connection, sir. You're having a bad connection out there. All right, let's see who is calling next. Okay, ground zero. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Chris. Good evening or good night.
Good evening, sir. May I know where you are calling from, please?
Hello.
Yes, where are you calling from?
Are you getting me?
I can get you kind of 3 on 5. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, hello, Chris. Are you getting me?
Yes, sir. Go on. I'm getting you.
Well, if you are not getting me, although I'm not getting you, but if you can get me. I'm calling from Meme County. To say the least, the ghost town was very effective here in Kumba. And all I just want to say is that Pastor Commando is a jam-blasted liar. And also, let Sako know, if he's listening, that we here on Ground Zero, we have actually vomited him out. We don't need him. Sako is not speaking for us. That is just the message that I just want to pass. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You guys stay safe out there. All right. I hope they are hearing you. I guess they should be hearing you, I believe. All right. Hello. Hello. Well, that's a bad connection still. Let's get who is next. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Well, if you call, you have to pick the phone or pick the call or respond when the phone is picked. Hello.
Yes, Secretary, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from, sir?
So I'm calling from Mezam County, sir.
Wonderful. What is in your mind?
No, I mean, you see, that's the third to last caller who called. It's called Lemphon Isaac.
It's called who?
That's your man, even here. Lemphon Isaac.
Oh, you know him? Okay.
From Jase. Even here in Gazero, even radios, he usually contradicts the radios. He's called Lemphon Isaac, very useless man. Usually work from Snake. He's a ex-worker from Snake.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Good night.
Oh, that's all you wanted to give. All right. Thank you. Okay, the lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. If your call cannot go through, just keep on trying. You may be lucky to get through. Hello.
Hello?
I'm hearing you, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Bamina County.
Okay, you are the guy who
called. As I can say.
All right, you called earlier and I dropped your phone because you were arrogant. Sorry, I can't give you a second chance today. You have to call another day.
I was arrogant.
You'd have called his name Lemphon Isaac.
Hello. Well, this my man cannot talk today. The phone is having a bad connection. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening, Mr. Chris.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from La Republic.
From La Republic. I hope you are safe over there.
Yeah, we are safe.
All right. What is your contribution, sir?
I just listened for your voice as you call the pastor. Hello?
Yes, I'm hearing you. Go on.
Yeah. So I just listened for how you call the pastor who set the confusion among you. You are just like a Honorable Weber who sat in the National Assembly and tell the president
to his face that what you are doing is wrong.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
I'm getting you.
Yeah.
I'm getting
so
you.
What you did, you are really taking your people to the promised land. So just keep on and doing a good job. Don't lose courage.
Well, you know,
my greeting to
I have tried to let everybody know that this thing is not a beauty contest where we look for the most handsome man or the most likable man. We just say it the way it should be said. All right. Thank you, sir.
That's true. Just keep on and send my greeting to Reverend Ansel, and may God bless you and bless my people.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the call. All right. Ground zero. Hello. Right, this guy doesn't have a good network. The phone lines are open. If you can't come through, keep on trying. You may be fortunate to get your call through. Keep on trying. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris. Good evening.
Good evening,
Hello?
sir.
Good evening, Secretary Chris. How are you?
I am doing excellent. Where are you calling from, sir?
I'm calling from Abakwa.
Okay. Yes, go on.
I'm calling from Abakwa, yeah.
I'm hearing you. Go on.
I just want to say that the ghost town, the ghost town in Mamela, the long time Mamela is very, very effective, as you already showed the pictures. And in fact, I want to be very grateful for the wonderful job you did, and to encourage you that you should not care, don't mind so much about those detractors, people like Commando who are trying to destroy this struggle. It is true, they have their own surrogates on the ground here who have been trying to poison the minds of people. But then I think the results of this lockdown, to their stand, let them know that the people of Amazonia have totally vomited them out, and that they have no say as far as the leadership of this struggle is concerned. I just pray that God guides you and will go ahead strongly. I want to salute our defense chief, Reverend Asom, and our leader, Iya Marian.
I think I lost him.
This struggle to the end. Thank you very much, and may God bless you.
All right.
No, I'm still on.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I heard you. You guys stay safe out there. Thank you. All right. Let's see who is next here. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Please turn down the volume of your TV.
Yes, it's turned down. It's turned down.
All right, go on. Where are you calling from?
Yes. Where are you calling from? I'm calling from Mulang, Bamenda.
Okay, and yes, tell us what is in your mind.
Yes, I'm very, very surprised that the so-called Pastor Commando has a nerve to bring out the audio that he brought out talking against you. I'm very, very surprised. Pastor Commando will never set foot in Mulang. I can speak Bamenda for a very long time to come because of the atrocities that he did there. And personally, I believe that it is an offense to God Almighty to address a criminal like Commando, man of God. So if you know what this man has done in Mulang, you know what this man has done to people in Bamenda, you will not believe it. Send somebody, let Amazonians go to Mulang and investigate, so that it don't appear as if I have a personal problem with him. So somebody should go to Mulang and investigate. How many orphans have Commando collected money from organization that he wanted to take care of, only to put in his pocket for the benefit of his children? How many people has Commando defrauded in the name of contributions to his church, his so-called church, organization called church?
money to be used. It is, anyway, it's an act of great desperation because they have been flawed completely. Look at Amazonia, the whole of Amazonia is locked down thanks to, because Amazonia believes in President Ian Mayanta. So these people are getting more and more desperate. And I am waiting for the day when we reach Buya, the day somebody will mention reconciliation with these criminals. That's when another battle will start. Because these criminals are WhatsApp microphones. These are people who are there. Why did they take us for Ambazonians for? Stupid people. You have been rejected. You want to give account of your stewardship. You want to give accountability. But when you are sent away, you are fighting back and compromising our revolution. So, do not bother Christians. Commando is an exile in Bamenda, especially Mulan. Yes, it's an exile.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
You will never send somebody. The committee should be produced to show what this man has done to orphans and people in Mulan.
Was he running an orphanage or what?
Yeah, he gave the impression that he was running a de facto orphanage under his so-called church. He collected money from people that purportedly to take care of those children, whereas he had his children, even from whites, whereas he sponsored his children with this money. And part of the money, part of the reason he is in the USA is because of this scheme, of that scam of orphans. And Commando has the nerve to come out and talk on behalf of, and talk against you, Secretary Chris, and talk against you, the one who has sacrificed the most for this revolution. Commando, you are adding to your crimes. I don't want to talk about Sako. Sako is doomed.
All right. Okay. Thank you. We get you, sir. Thank you. You have a great night.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Let's see. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Please turn down the volume of your set, the volume of your TV. Turn down the volume of your TV. Or you walk away from the TV. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear you now. Where are you calling from?
I am calling from Boyo County. This is Major General Trouble Pekin.
This is Major General
Trouble Pekin.
Trouble Pekin. Actually, I don't hear your name before. How for you, sir?
No, they're okay.
Your cafe, they're very high up, eh?
Yes, thank you. Nami Abide with Major with General Nye and General Ricardo for the show the other day.
Okay. And you are in Boyo, right?
Yeah, Boyo present.
Okay. I hope you guys are very strong. Now, are you the guys who carry out that action in Boyo the other day?
Confirm.
That was very brave of you guys.
Thank you.
Anything that you want for pass around to Ambazonians?
Yeah, I just want to let you all know that we are here and we are working, and we promise you all that as you are working over there, we are working down here too, and the lockdown will continue till 20th. Thank you.
Wonderful. So lockdown is going very well in the Boyo, right?
Confirm. I'll send you videos tomorrow.
Good. Forward it to this my number here. Now, the capital of Boyo is what? Belo? Hello. Okay, you left. All right, that was
the
good.
capital of Boyo is Fundong.
Let's see who is next here. Oh, hello. Bad connection. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Apostle Mike, I think we should call it a day. Let me give you the opportunity to put in the last word to Ambazonians and to Ground Zero, especially considering that lockdown continues tomorrow, Thursday, and ends on Friday. Just 2 more days. 2 more days to go. Give them the last word,
All right.
please.
Thank you very much, Secretary Chris. Like you asked, the capital of Boyo is Fundang. All right. For all of you viewers of ABS Africa Broadcasting Service, we thank you for being there, always tuned to this station for valid updates. We thank you for the time, the self-discipline, the sacrifice you people are making. I said earlier, Secretary Chris, I told you that people know Reverend Commando on the ground. You have heard a gist. I'm not the one talking. So they know. And they know Dr. Sako on the ground. And they know that powers have changed hands. Marianta is leading the nation. And people are ready. Because God has programmed that by obedience to his perfect will, we're going to have this independence restoration this year. Some people may doubt, but we are building their faith. So just a little more persistence and insistence, and we are having the victory. Do not fear. We continue to say, don't misbehave. We had said earlier that those who might have situations like health conditions, emergencies, for these 2 more days, you watch out. No, don't let somebody die in the house. You can go in times like this with your sign, like a cross signal on the front and the sides of the car or bike to take somebody to the hospital or to bring somebody back who might have been discharged and doesn't have money to continue paying bills in the hospital. And the other emergency health workers and humanitarian persons. So that international respect for human rights is another touch for humanitarian law that we are making sure that our restoration fighters are respecting on the ground and the civilians are respecting too, so that lives are saved after this. And then the devil will have nothing to accuse us of. 2 more days and we are done. We are in to not just to show to some other groups that we have power, but to show to the person who is impersonating the people who are trying to take over our country and to keep us under servitude, that servitude no more. The 20th May is a non-event in the sense that it is a clear violation of Article 14 of the Federal Constitution that we had when we had our independence in 1961 and joined the Republic of Cameroon on equal terms. And there was the Federal Constitution that said the form of the state shall not be tampered with, come what may. So when they abrogated, when they violated that Federal Constitution, that is the people who are culpable, the Republic of Cameroon. And so to impose a 20th May, remember, 20th May is not in the records of the Republic of Cameroon. 20th May is the day, was the birthday of Amadou Ahidjo's wife, okay, Hermine Ahidjo. So to do something and boast her that day, they tried now to leave their own national day, which was the 1st of January, 1960, and then come to push us down. Have you ever seen them struggle to celebrate the day they got their independence? No. They have been struggling to kill us from celebrating observing our own Independence Day on 1st of October. So I believe that this is just re-emphasizing what the Secretary of State for Communication, Secretary Christopher Anu, said in his previous outings. So people should take it to the bank. And we are here as ministers of the gospel to tell you the truth, that this day, this is the final action of the burial of the 20th May in southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. So take it and keep it and hold it and let it end. This week with that as we move forward to enjoy what people have sweated and died for. We didn't sweat and die for this so that they bring us back to come and parade. And somebody had the audacity to open his mouth and say, your funds will carry placards, and then their citizens, their subjects will begin to march behind them. What? That is a sacrilege in that land. If you people continue to let this go and continue to leave the people uneducated, it doesn't matter whether the people are Southern Cameroonians or the real aggressors, the real annexationists. International community knows the difference. As long as they violated our constitution and then raped the flag that had 2 stars, you cannot be accepting any other condition now because it was illegal, whether the plebiscite or referendum. Those things are illegal and they stand as such till they deposit at the United Nations a new treaty of union between the two. Without that, it is over. And God has said it. Rejoice in the Lord. You will see the victory. Don't doubt it. God bless you. And remember to not only watch ABS television, remember to support the ABS television. Come Friday, come Sunday. God bless you. We love you. And stay with safety, love for one another. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And God bless. It was great to have you back on the ABS today. I look forward to having you back again one of these days. And fellow Ambazonians, we will call it a day with that. We'll call it a day with that. Mike Fusi will be here tomorrow with the World Zone. And we'll be back on Friday with a big show that will also form part of a special fund drive for ABS. And I really love to invite all of you to come out on Friday and support ABS. We are taking it to another level, and I really mean it. For those of you in the diaspora, as I said from the beginning, and I've been announcing this since the beginning of the week, we're gonna be having ABS come into your homes in all of the diaspora. Even you there, Apostle Mike, if you have good internet on your television, you will start receiving ABS just as Ground Zero is receiving. You will be receiving ABS just as Ground Zero is receiving. So that is something very, very interesting that is coming up, and I will give out the details on Friday when I come here. But again, I really love to invite all of you to show up on Friday. Give your widow's mite $50, $100, $500, $1,000, $2,000 to support the work of ABS and to take it to that other level, ladies and gentlemen. And let me know, you don't have to wait till Friday. You don't have to wait till Friday to make your contribution. I see others are already making their contributions. There is this flyer, this poster that you find on the screen. The payment information is right there. The payment information is right there. You can copy that information and you can go ahead today or tomorrow to make your payment supporting ABS. Whether you are in London or in a part of Europe, we also have a payment information right there on the screen. If you make a payment, please do me a favor, forward the receipt to me, because on Friday we're gonna be reading all the supporters, all the contributors, just to appreciate them and compliment them. So The payment informations are there. For PayPal, you have info@absafricatv.com, or just go to the website absafricatv.com and pay over there and forward the receipt to the phone number that you find, to the phone number that you always use for calls. Then you have Zelle there, and the phone number is there. Cash App is there. $ ABS Africa TV for Cash App. And then you have London. You have the banking. You can go online on your computer and easily make a payment with the information that you find right there on your screen. Again, if you make payment, forward the receipt to 603. That is +1 603 682 2687. Again, if you make a payment before Friday, forward the receipt to +1 603 682 2687. We really appreciate your support, and again, we want to take ABS to another level. Thank you very much for staying tuned today. I look forward to being back on Friday again tomorrow. Mike Fusey will be here. We'll be here with the World Zoom. Thank you. Son, don't mind about this, ladies and gentlemen. Son is kind of passing through the glasses here and getting into the studio. But we're going to take care of that. Thank you for tuning in. God bless you all. Stay safe for all of you on Ground Zero. Good night.
Thank you.